I would like to welcome you to the Community College of Baltimore County, and I would like to welcome you to DCOM 101, Introduction to Data Communications. My name is Dan Whitaker, and I will be your instructor in this online course. In this course introduction, we will go over the purpose of the course, the topics that we will be covering, the format of the class, grading, and what you need to do to get started. Let's start out with the purpose of the class. The purpose of the class is to provide you with an overview of the principles, practices, and technologies of data communications and computer networking. The course is designed to prepare a student for a career as network technician, network administrator, or network engineer. Now let's look at the topics that we will be covering in the class. If you go to the table of contents and our textbook, which is available at the BC bookstore or online, you will see we have 12 chapters to cover. Chapter 1 covers Introduction to Networking. Chapter 2, Network Hardware Essentials. In Chapter 3, we look at topologies and technologies. Chapter 4 is Network Media, which really just means cabling. In Chapter 5, we look at network protocols, and Chapter 6 is TCP IP and IP addressing. And then we have the midterm exam. And then Chapter 7, we look at network reference models and standards. In Chapter 8, we go over network hardware in depth. In Chapter 9, we look at network security, and that is a big deal these days. In Chapter 10, we cover wide area networks and cloud computing. Chapter 11 is operating systems fundamentals and virtualization. In Chapter 12, we look at server administration, storage, and file systems management. We have 12 chapters to cover, and this is a summer class, so we only have 6 weeks to cover those 12 chapters and take a midterm exam and a final and submit a project. So let's look at the schedule. In the first week, you have 7 days to cover chapters 1, 2, and 3, and then the quizzes for chapters 1, 2, and 3 are due Sunday at midnight. Then the second week, you have 7 days to cover chapters 4 and 5, and those quizzes are due Sunday at midnight. Then week number 3, you got 5 days to do chapter 6, and that is a pretty big chapter, and then the quiz for chapter 6 is due Friday at midnight, and then you can take the midterm exam on either Saturday or on Sunday, anytime you want. The midterm exam is taken online at home. Then week number 4, you have 7 days to cover chapters 7 and 8, and those quizzes are due Sunday at midnight. Chapter 5, you have 5 days to cover chapters 9, 10, and 11, and the quizzes are due Sunday at midnight. Then week number 6, you got 4 days to do chapter 12, and the quiz is due Thursday at midnight, and then the final exam can be taken on Friday or it can be taken on Saturday. Note, the final exam must be taken at a CCBC testing center. Please remember to make an appointment before exam week. Now let's look at the format of the class. For each chapter, you have 4 things to do. 1, read the chapter in the textbook, which is available at the bookstore, or you can buy it online. Then, watch the videos of the instructor teaching the chapter, just as you are watching this video now. Then, perform the hands-on exercises. These are simple, easy exercises designed to reinforce concepts. You do not need to submit these exercises to me, but you really should do them, because if you don't do them, you will probably have a difficult time with the final project, which is based on the hands-on exercises. If you do the hands-on exercises, then you know exactly what you're going to be required to do in the final project. Then the last thing you should do for each chapter is to take the online quiz. It's a multiple choice quiz. It's open book. You can use Google and you get unlimited attempts. So I hope everybody will be getting 100s on these quizzes. So for each chapter, you got 4 things to do. Read the chapter of the textbook, watch the videos, perform the hands-on exercises, but you don't have to submit them to me, and take the online quiz, which is graded and for which you get unlimited attempts. Grading. Your grade is based on 4 criteria. The weekly quizzes altogether are 20% of your entire grade. The midterm exam is 25% of your entire grade. It's based upon the quizzes. It's taken online at home. The project is 20% of your grade, and it's based on the hands-on exercises. And the final exam is 35% of the grade. Note, the final exam has to be taken at a college testing center, so please remember to make an appointment before exam week. If anybody has any questions or any problems, please email me, and I'll respond quickly as I can. Or if you see any errors in the course, please let me know so I can fix them. In summary, the purpose of the class is to provide the student with an overview of the principles, practices, and technologies of data communications and computer networking. For each chapter, you got 4 things to do. Read the chapter in the textbook, watch the videos, do the hands-on exercises, and take the online quiz. What to do next? Next thing you should do is log on to Blackboard and introduce yourself to the class. Then buy the book, either at the bookstore or online, and then get started on Chapter 1. Once again, any problems or any questions, please email me. Otherwise, this concludes the course introduction. I hope you enjoy the class. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.